Good morning or afternoon, everybody. It is Dawn Bennett with Touch Remedies, the author of The Touch Crisis, which is coming out soon, Tuesday, September 1st. So if you are an Amazon book purchaser, I would love to have you jump on Tuesday morning and buy this book. So I would like to talk today about the importance of touch in our community for us, not only for our own immunity, but as a tool for connection and compassion. When we were in our stay-at-home order, there was one point in time where I went out for a walk with a friend of mine, and we kept socially distanced while we walked. But at the end of our walk, he looked at me and I looked at him, and we hadn't seen each other in so long, and we just spontaneously gave each other like the biggest, most lovely, most fantastic hug. And I felt in my own body the sense of calm and peace and connection that I knew I had been missing, because the only touch I was getting at that point in time was from my roommate, which is great, but it wasn't quite enough. And it was interesting for me to watch people around us at the park, because obviously we were heading off to separate cars, and some people just looked at us and smiled. Others were very like, and what seemed to me to be very judgy or shocked about the fact that we were breaking the 6-foot social distance rule. But there's more to communication and to connection and to touch that's so positive for our immune system. And I think this is really good timing. So in 2014, Carnegie Mellon University did a study. They took 400 adults and they surveyed them and said, how much social support do you feel you have? And how many hugs are you getting per day? And so they monitored all the participants for 2 weeks. Then they brought in the 400 participants, they exposed them to a cold virus, and then moved them to quarantine for a week, right? So it's a little familiar with what's going on right now. But the fascinating thing that the researchers found is that the more days that people hugged the 2 weeks prior to being exposed to the cold virus, the lower the risk of infection was. And for those that did get an infection, the 32% of those that had more support and more hugs battled it more effectively and had less severe symptoms than others. So what if we can use touch? What if we could have been providing touch, increasing people's immune systems? And what if we can use it now, not only as something that connects us, but in a really purposeful, intentional way to calm our systems, to bring out the release of oxytocin, which is the feel-good, it's the cuddling hormone, right? Which brings down our blood pressure, what normalizes our blood pressure, right? It creates bonds, it increases trust, our serotonin level, which is good for our kind of an antidepressant style hormone, right? So what if we can use touch intentionally in these next few weeks? So I challenge you, see if you can find somebody that's perhaps a little bit lacking in touch, that maybe needs a little bit more support, a little more physical contact, that oxytocin boost in their own system to feel included and part of, and perhaps a little less fearful. So once again, I'm Dawn Bennett with Touch Remedies, coming to you from my really hot upstairs massage room in Minneapolis. And that's all for now.